All right, as soon as we got back to Publix, we got a $20 order going 6 miles, but it is 2 stores. I normally do not take these, but it is extremely slow and it's better than waiting. So let's get this thing done.
Yeah. It's just so pretty, man.
What's poppin'? We back. First order of the day. It is a $41 batch. Excuse me. Not $41. I think it's a $44 batch going 11 miles. The sky's about to open up over here. It's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing. A lot of times when it rains, you get better orders, but not always. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it rains and they still send you a bunch of trash orders. But it is currently 1:20 p.m. Super uber late for my first order, but I got out of the house like around 12:30. So, you know, I waited, posted up, and I saw this order. And yeah, we're gonna drop it off, man. It was 2 customers. They had a lot of big items, so it wasn't a lot of units, but it was a lot of big items. But I'm gonna hit y'all back because wifey's calling. All right, we dropped off that order, and we've been sitting, waiting for a little minute. I mean, this is the nature of gig work nowadays. It's extremely slow. Gig work is extremely dead all across all the markets. It's really bad right now. I did get a job. I am going to do some videos on my journey of that job. It's to be a city bus driver. CDLB license is required. The city sponsors your CDLB license, so that's why I really want this job, because even if I leave, also the job has a $15,000 bonus, but with that $15,000 bonus, I think they say they pay you, I think they say that bonus is paid out over a span of 3 years. So to me, that would mean you would have to be at this job for at least 3 years to receive that bonus. So it's kind of like a contract. It's really not a bonus. It's them giving you a contract that you will work for 3 years, and they'll give you an extra $15,000, or not extra. That's basically what your contract is worth, $15,000. So that's $5,000 a year. But anywho, it doesn't start until August 14th. You know what I mean? So I got a while, and I got this job back in June, and the training don't start until August. So until then, I'll be out here currently doing gig work. But yeah, man, it's slow, man. Gig work is dead. Listen, I'll be the first to tell you, it is extremely dead. I mean, people were telling me that it was dead like a year ago, but I was still making good money. You know what I mean? I was still making $1,100, $1,200 a week, but now I'll be lucky if I make half of that now. So grateful that I got this job. I hate waiting, but it's gonna take some time for this job to start. And if it wasn't a job that was sponsoring my CDLB license, I would have just got another job, because, you know, it's damn near a 2-month wait. I got this job. No, it's 2 months. I got this job on June 13th, and the training don't start until August 14th. So it's 2 months I've been waiting. But we out here. Grateful for that $46 batch that I got. I thought it was only $44, but it ended up being $46. Thankful for that. And we out here, we just sit until we find something. There are orders available, definitely orders available, but I mean, they're not good enough to take. I mean, you might as well say there's no orders, because they're crazy. I mean, stuff coming in now. I'm recording off my phone, so that's why my head tilting. Yeah, nothing worthy of taking. So when we get something, I'm gonna check back in. All right, we got another order. This is $18, going 2 miles. It's on the belt. This order here with the chicken. I had to refund 2 items because they didn't have them there. It was a popcorn chicken. Anybody who shop at Publix daily, it's hit or miss, man. Sometimes they on, but most of the times they are not. All right, we just checked out. $18. I'm sorry, I had a little brain fart there. $18, 2 miles. It's probably going to be less than that. Not probably. It's 1,000% going to be less than that because I had to refund 2 orders of popcorn chicken. That's an item that's not always readily available in Publix deli. And the deli, like I said before, is hit or miss. And they were swamped in there, so couldn't even ask anybody if they had some or they're making it. Couldn't even ask. Gonna load this stuff to the vehicle. Give y'all a little. Once I got my cooler bags, everything goes in the cooler bag. Especially cold and hot items. Try to keep all the cold items in one bag and all the hot items in another. I only got one hot item. And then all the like dry goods in other bags. I got a million bags. Maybe about 15 from Sam's. Let's go drop this thing off. And we are en route, dropping off this baby order for $18, 2 miles. I'm grateful. I was sitting, your boy was sitting. This is only my second order of the day. Ooh, second order of the day. And yeah, man, to reiterate what I stated earlier, gig work is positively, absolutely dead. It is dead, but it's always good to have in your back pocket, which y'all have, you know what I mean, in my back pocket. Once I start my full-time gig, I'll definitely do this, who knows, probably on my off days, you know what I mean? Good to have a little supplemental income. But full-time gig work is most definitely positively dead. It's done. It's donezo. Like it's done. I mean, the good old days are behind us. So, as we drop off this order, I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna rant. I mean, I gotta have some footage to fill out this video because I've only done 2 deliveries. But I am showing you a real account of how a full-time gig work experience is in July 2023. And normally in gig work, the summertime is the slowest time anyway. So to add insult to injury, gig work has already been slow, period. It was slow in the spring. It was slow in the winter, you know, compared to other winters before it. Hold up, I think I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm not going the wrong way. I'm going the right way. I know where I'm going. This is a house that I probably delivered to a few times. All right, as soon as we got back to Publix, we got a $20 order going 6 miles, but it is 2 stores. I normally do not take these, but it is extremely slow and it's better than waiting. So let's get this thing done. All right, we finished that Publix order. We headed to Aldi. I don't really rock with Aldi. I know some people like shopping there, but it is extremely smaller than Publix. But for some reason, well, I know the reason. I don't really know a lot of the items. Sometimes the items in Aldi's are limited finds, so that means they're seasonal. They may have them, they may not have them. I can literally shop 65 item or units, I should say, 65 units in Publix faster than a 33 unit in Aldi, only because Aldi is such a weird setup to me because it is so small and I don't shop there a lot. I'm like a chicken with his head cut off when I go in there. But once again, it is a slow day. Beggars can't be choosers. Your boy definitely begging today because it's a slow day. So I gotta take orders that I normally would not take. $20, 6 miles. It could always be worse. Not complaining. I'm just explaining. So we're gonna holler back once we get to Aldi's. All right, we finished dropping off. First of all, we finished shopping that order at Aldi. We dropped off the first order from Publix. Now we're going to drop off the order from Aldi. The two store shops, I think this is probably my third two store shops in 3 years. I've been doing gig work for 3 years. And yeah, well, actually I've been doing gig work for longer, but I've been doing gig work for grocery stores and stuff for 3 years. But yeah, it's definitely never worth it unless it's a crazy big payout. And I think the second one that I've ever done was for like a lot of money, maybe like $90 batch. That definitely was worth it, but it's definitely not worth it just having to shop at two stores, then delivering for two customers. They should, the base pay from Instacart should be much higher for that because of you having to go literally to two stores. But we dropped off this Aldi. It wasn't too bad. The customer was non-responsive, so I just replaced some stuff. 2 items. She wanted a particular dog food thing, and she wanted 8 of a filet mignon, 8 of a chicken grilled, and 5 of a beef, but they didn't have the beef, so I just got her 5 more of the filet mignon. Hopefully that works out. You know, I tried to, you know what I'm saying? I tried to hit her up, or him. I don't know if it was a he or she. I don't even remember the customer's name, but yeah, so I substituted that. And they wanted Pop-Tarts from the Pop-Tart brand, but they didn't have Pop-Tarts from the Pop-Tart brand. They had Pop-Tarts, Pop-Tarts from the Aldi brand. So I just got her the Aldi brand Pop-Tarts. You know, strawberry flavor. She wanted it from Kellogg's. They didn't have Kellogg's, so I got her Aldi. So hopefully those 2 replacements will satisfy the customer. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, do not do 2 store shops. Don't do it. So yeah, that footage that you just saw was like days, weeks. Not weeks. Let me stop bugging. But that was days ago. The gig economy, gig work, it's dead. It's dead. It's definitely dead if you're trying to do it as a full-time source of income. Depending on where you live, depending on your overhead, I'm pretty sure you can make it work somehow, some way. But I definitely wouldn't recommend it. I've gig worked in 3 markets: North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and back to Florida again. Luckily for me, by the grace of God, I did get a job. The job don't start until August 14th. So that is a 2-month gap until I start this job. So in the meantime, between time, I still got to keep moving, still got to keep getting this money however I can get it. You guys know how it goes, adult life, you know what I mean, bills, things of that nature. But I am grateful for gig work because I did gig work 3 years, you know, full time, and it was good money, actually great money. It was great money, you know what I mean? And I was doing this not driving a lot of miles. I was staying within close proximity of the stores that I was shopping in. So I wasn't driving I wasn't driving all over the place, because a lot of times people say, oh, you're going to your car's going to break down and all this driving and wear and tear on your car. You do have wear and tear. I'm not going to say there's no wear and tear. You're driving. But I wasn't driving crazy amounts. And also, anybody who do any type of gig work, you know that you claim your miles on your taxes and your tax less on your money. I think they give you like, I'm not sure, don't quote me, I'm not a tax professional, but they give you like 64 cents on the mile. So if you drive 1,000 miles, you know, I'm not a tax professional. Just say they take like half, more than half off. You know what I mean? So they only tax you for half of the money that you make a year doing gig work. Something like that. Don't quote me. Something along those lines. So it was good money for a long time for a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure every market is different. Some people are still making great money, but I guarantee the people who are still making great money, they have to work harder for it. Because, you know, with inflation of, you know, grocery and goods, people are tighter with their money, and I don't blame them. You know what I mean? The orders are very bad nowadays because of that. And, you know, it just is what it is. You know, it's life. But I'm thankful to have a job. I'm thankful to have gig work for the time being. And even when I do get onto a full-time job, I'm never going to stop gig working. It's always going to be in my back pocket. I'll always use it as a means of extra income and stuff of that nature. And when I start this new job, I'm definitely taking you guys on this journey because it is for a city bus driver. I do not see a lot of videos on YouTube about it, and it is for acquiring my CDLB license. I see millions of videos for CDLA because those are the people who drive, you know, the 18-wheelers, the big trucks. But I do not see a lot of videos for CDLB, not current videos. They're pretty dated. So I look forward to giving information on how to get your CDLB license because the city is paying for my CDLB license. I got the permit. You do have to do your own permit, and the permit is easy. There's apps, there's things you study. The permit is just a written test and you get your permit. It's kind of like how you get your Class E driver's license, the same kind of setup, exactly the same. You get your permit and then you're restricted and then you practice and whatever the case may be, and then you take the car and get your official license. So the CDLB is going to be the same thing, but that the job is actually sponsoring and paying for my CDLB. So I'll be practicing in their buses and they'll be paying for it. And also, this job has a $15,000 sign-on bonus, which is paid out in the span of 3 years. So I'm gonna take y'all on this journey whenever I do start it, which is like just under a month. I'm gonna start that, but until then, I'm gonna be doing gig work and thanking God that I'm able to do gig work to keep money coming in. I've said enough. If you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. If you didn't make it to the end of this video, thanks for not watching. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.
Yeah.